from Providence, Rhode Island. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, the 10th, 2019. I hope all of you are doing well. My name is Norman D. Baker, part of the web series NDBaker93, and you can follow on RI4C TV. And in the previous episode, we saw a quote from Jerison Asensio. As an individual, you are far more powerful than you have been led to believe. This episode is a precursor and the first milestone of my journey to become a far more powerful individual. If you have already watched the first 24 episodes of the web series NDBaker93, thank you. You would be able to appreciate why I use the next video, the 26th episode, to celebrate the first milestone in my journey. But for those of you who did not watch the first 24 episodes, allow me to walk you through them. Very first episode of the series NDBaker93 shows the meeting, first time between Nick and I, Trinity Plaza, Providence, Rhode Island. When I was filmed during the first time, I was not sure what was going to happen. Riding around, I saw Nick out there doing his thing. And it was almost as if the wind blew us towards each other in a very natural and calming way. And from there, we have wrapped up within each other to make 26 episodes. In episode 2, I didn't know anything about RI4C TV. And I was truly introduced to Nick. He started asking me these questions, provocative questions, and self-aware questions that I had only grazed upon, but the way that they were articulated to me and the way I responded was just something entirely different that I've ever experienced or went for in my life. In episode 3, I discovered how, through a memory mic, the audio technology catching up to the video technology. And that's where RI4C will also strive, is in the quality of our broadcasting. Episode 4, you get to know a little bit more about me. You see reactions to videos that Nick has been collaborating with other young women and men from Providence. In episode 25, I learned that Nick Anthony Quach is not, but others are the storyteller. Nick has a great story. Everyone has a great story, but not everybody is a great storyteller. And that's where Nick and I, that's where we're figuring things out. In episode 6, I discovered the new type of visual storytelling offered by RI4C TV. And wow, is it beautiful. To give you an idea, the storytelling is 100% visual. Now, don't let that take away from your other senses, because of course, as we watch a video, we are listening. But to change and give you more information, the quality and the dynamics of the video are unlike anything else. In episode 7, I saw a drone camera I held in my hands and messed around with it, appreciated it. Episode 8, I saw an example of what the drone can do and was amazed by Khalid's video going through Kennedy Plaza, the stability, the clarity, and seeing the mics being able to catch up to the quality of the camera really showed a difference on how and what we can do. And episode 10, started really delving into what we're trying to do here at RI4C TV. Between the 2nd and the 10th episode, I saw how Nick Anthony improved his filmmaking skills. I saw some very genuine reactions. The first 10 episodes gave me an in-depth understanding on how Nick went from absolutely zero experience in both filming gear and filming itself to becoming a YouTube content creator. Episode 11 was when I began to tell my own life story. Episode 12 follows up with Nick showing me how to hone in on my leadership skills to spread Thuma slang. And by doing that, he asked me very important questions, detailed questions. Questions that provoke not just what I want to be tomorrow, the next day, but allowing me to have insight well into the future. And in episode 13, I saw how the local music group On a Beat got to know, and actually, that wasn't the first time I met Jerison, but on camera, we can say that. Like I said, Jerison and I had quite the whimsical meeting one day in late July. But here, Jerison and I get together with a group of people who he congregated. Many musicians, many different talents, dancing styles, to just be free and create together. That was a great time. Hopefully we'll be back Tuesday, 3 o'clock. In the video series Thuma Slang 101, Ifani the boxer shows us how powerful Thuma slang is in social life. Not just by showing how difficult it is to answer some of the issues that nomenclature can fix, but also how he's applied it into his life. In episode 14, I watched the first episode of season 1 of the series Thuma Slang. And the concept was brought into a new light for me. Other than just being an idea that people can improve themselves upon or with, it became context for how I think, not just how others can think. And to me, that's a big deal, because if I can't experience something, how am I going to show others what it can do for them? In episode 15, I was shocked to realize that an experience in my life, one of disrespect and respect, was in fact much different than I had anticipated in the beginning of my experience. This is when I experienced firsthand the power of Thuma slang. In episode 16, during our walk in the park, I learned that writing is an action for exercising my leadership skills. Not standing up, not sitting down, but in fact, taking pen to paper, putting my thoughts, and creating. A full demo of Thuma slang was presented to me in episode 17. This was when I saw how powerful a nomenclature is for society. Powerful, meaningful, and I want to call it a necessity as well. Nick asked me some tough questions. One of the toughest being, what is a relationship? And I thought I had the answer right off the bat, like, oh, of course, I've got tons of relationships with my mother, with my coworkers, other members of family and friends. But when he asked me to pinpoint some of these relationship details, drew blanks. The new sense of awareness it stung a little bit, because it was going against everything that I thought was my life. He asked me, so you have relationships, what is a relationship to you? And I try to evolve on the fact but I was missing key components such as habits or details such as, is it for a social reason? Is it for a health reason? And I started having a different awareness of what Thuma slang really is meant to be. And even though I had tasted Thuma slang before then, that was when it really slapped me. In episode 18, I learned more about the origin of Thuma slang. Originally, it was a set of rules, but the rules evolved into a philosophy, or out of a philosophy, and into a nomenclature, so that people can be more receptive of it. Now, I'm a rule breaker, or at least a rule bender, but not everybody is like me. So we had to redefine what Thuma slang was. And Nick Anthony took his time, and instead of having a constructed fencing idea, he now produced a open concept that just needs application instead of following. In episode 19, I heard a quote by Horace Mann. Be ashamed to die until you have won some victory for humanity. I want to repeat that. Be ashamed to die if you have not won something for humanity. If you have not made an impression, a ripple effect, or at least an impression. That day was a great day. Blustery one in the park. And that was a legit realization. Because I think that resonates with everybody. What a strong word ashamed is. And what a strong word victory is. In episode 20, I saw the subtitles in the first episode in season 1 of Thuma slang are done in 87 languages. That's incredible. 87? I mean, there must be very close to 185 countries right now. And if 87 languages can reach the majority of those countries, Thuma slang has potential, global potential. In episode 21, I saw the following conclusion from Jerison Asensio. Thuma slang would completely change the world by showing how all can support one another instead of just trying to force opinions down each other's throats. And the word that Jerison used was dogma. The self-conclusion, the self-belief. The filming of the first 21 episodes was carried out within the same 5-hour meeting that Nick and I had. Nick Anthony and I, on the 4th of October, had only met for the third time then. The second time we met was 3 days earlier when we participated in the local music event that Jerison had created. You can see that episode 22, I'm strumming along with my harmonica, along with the ukuleles. There's 2 ukuleles, 2 guitars, an MC, which is synonymous for a rapper. We had a couple of bongos and a didgeridoo. So total, we had about, ukulele, guitar, 1 bong, 2 bongs. We actually had 3 bongos, a didgeridoo, and a harmonica. Wow. So we had a chorus going on. Let me tell you, that was one of the funnest days. I really hope we get to do it and continue and make it a habit and make it a characteristic. You can see all of that in episode 23. In episode 24 in season 1 of series NDBaker93, I saw that Jerison truly, for what he is and what he wants to become. Nick asks very straightforward questions, difficult questions, but Jerison knows how to deal with difficult. What he truly wants to become is a messenger who spreads the following idea. As an individual, you are far more powerful than you've been led to believe. I look forward to working with Jerison on this idea. He's not saying it just for the viewers out there. He's also saying it for me. Jerison and I may be becoming friends, but we're also becoming ourselves. And I'm still a novice in this world in the grand scheme of things. And sometimes I miss the messages. Need a guy like that to be able to convey what everyone's really feeling. And through Thuma slang and Jerison's articulation, I think we'll be able to get there. And I'll be able to get there.
Very good.